A 30-year-old woman stayed overnight with others hundreds of times before marriage. After dozens of blind dates, she finally picked her favorite among hundreds. Unexpectedly, on the day of the engagement, her blind date happened to discover her record of hundreds of overnight stays, all at five-star hotels. The record showed hundreds of such instances, yet the woman loudly claimed the man tarnished her reputation, demanding 1 million yuan in compensation. 5 million. She left him penniless, and he had to pay millions. I don't care about him. The woman went to a mediator and said she left home to work at 15, now nearly 30 and still unmarried. Naturally, her family pressured her to marry. After hurriedly going on over 100 blind dates, she chose the current man. I looked at so many people, over 100 different ones. I met over 100, some weren't suitable. 3 didn't work out. Finally found someone like this. Though this man isn't rich or particularly handsome, the woman thought his personality was quite good. An honest man, good for a stable life. And after a month of dating, they hurriedly got engaged. However, the turning point came here. The night before the engagement, the woman suddenly found out she was pregnant. My dad heard me say, "Congratulations, you don't have to worry anymore." Yeah, I think he must be thrilled. At first, when the man heard the news, he seemed overjoyed. But who would have thought, at the engagement party the next day, he completely changed his demeanor, angrily questioning the woman. Whose child is it really? The engagement party ended in failure. Now, the questioned child is 4 months old. During this time, the man completely ignored them, not even visiting the child once. He even sued the woman in court, demanding the return of the betrothal gifts. Hearing the woman's story, the mediator was furious, immediately taking the woman to confront the man for justice. When questioned by the mediator, the man said he and the woman had no real feelings. They were just pressured by family to make it work. During the month from dating to engagement, the woman insulted him and his parents multiple times. She was determined, 100% not to marry me, called me stupid, said this and that about me, said all sorts of things. What did she say? I'm worried the child will inherit bad genes, as stupid as you. That's what she said. But I think, as a woman, we're both men, right? You have no feelings for me at all. We've only known each other a month, yet you insisted on having the child. I wonder what this woman is really up to. As for why he doubted the child wasn't his, the man said he and the woman were only intimate once. The chance of pregnancy from one time exists, but it's not very high. You know my family has no money. You know our betrothal gifts were borrowed. If you said my family was rich, right, had a few million, tens of millions, right? You had the child to extort me. I'd understand. That's a reason, right? Now you've had the child. What exactly are your intentions? What feelings do you have? What are you thinking? As a woman, seeing the man doubt her character, the woman outright labeled him a jerk, saying his doubts about the child's paternity were clearly to avoid parental responsibility, and insisted the child was definitely his, because she never messed around before. With ex-boyfriends, she always used protection. If he didn't believe her, they could do a DNA test now. The man said when he filed the lawsuit, the court would handle it. Then he left. The woman said his doubts about the child were somewhat understandable. She knew the pregnancy happened too fast, but the man's worst defense was digging up her hotel stay history and making it public knowledge, because he did many outrageous things. What strange things did he do? He said he investigated me. I met with an ex-boyfriend. Friends of my friends came to me, to the hotel to help them, using my ID to book rooms. He investigated those people too. He said, why did I book those rooms? Said I booked them myself. The mediator was outraged, furious on the spot. How could he invade someone's privacy like that? They immediately went to the man's house to demand an explanation. The man's father said, checking the hotel records, was his idea for his son to do, because it looked very much like a marriage scam. And through investigation, they indeed found plenty of evidence. The woman might not be scamming for marriage, but rather a woman working in the shadows. The woman never held a proper job, her family wasn't wealthy, yet her spending was astonishingly high, not only flying around daily. Her hotel stay records reached hundreds, always at luxury hotels. She also had multiple records with another man. That was in the past. Her past was quite complicated. She never held a proper job, nor ran any business. She said she did business, but no one knew what kind. She visited nearly every tourist spot in the country. Been to so many places, all staying at 5-star hotels. Records showed hundreds of times. They traveled together. Flights have records, right? Over 20 times together. These abnormalities undoubtedly made the man suspicious. The man's friend approached the mediator, saying the man was once deceived by a woman, so he's overly suspicious about these things. He's too honest. Truly too honest. You show him a bit of kindness, he'll give his all, without any reservations. A person with no ulterior motives, his friend, also my friend, tricked him several times, and he still believed. It wasn't just tens of thousands, but over 400,000 yuan. He was scammed out of over 400,000. The first time, over 400,000. The second time, over 100,000. Even his father's pension money was taken by that friend. Then the mediator approached the woman. The woman openly admitted the authenticity of the hotel records. But the man wasn't someone else. It was her ex-boyfriend. He was doing clothing business out of town. So those hotel stays across the country were with her ex-boyfriend. Due to work reasons, she traveled nationwide. That's how the hundreds of hotel stays came about. As for why she disliked the man so much, yet still gave birth to his child, she said it was to clear her name. Secondly, she feared she might not have another chance to have a child. 1. To prove her innocence by having the child. Second, because I'm quite a homebody. If he doesn't want it, I'll raise it myself. I'll take care of it myself. After hearing both sides, the mediator knew their misunderstanding was significant. But reconciliation wasn't easy, so they decided to bring both to the judicial office. To part ways amicably, the woman demanded a DNA test, but the man remained silent, letting his friend speak for him. Can't you speak for yourself? The woman was furious at his silence. As a man, you're so irresponsible. Fine, I'll raise this child myself. I don't need to feel this way. I gave birth to the child. I let you off and gave it to you. Am I crazy? If I'd known this was my plan, I would have terminated it early. With that, the woman left the mediation. 10 days later, the DNA test results came out. The child was indeed the man's. Seeing the results, the woman was finally vindicated. Marriage was out of the question. She countersued the man in court, demanding compensation for emotional distress. Her expectation was 1 million yuan. As for how the case was ruled, no one knows. The story we've just shared really leaves us with a lot to reflect on, doesn't it? A relationship with so much potential was shattered, not by a past mistake, but by a present wall of silence and the ghost of suspicion. It shows that sometimes the deepest wounds don't come from the truth itself, but from how we interpret the fragmented pieces of it. In today's digital world, it's easier than ever to find information about someone's past. But are we searching for understanding? Or are we just looking for evidence to validate our own biases? This story is a powerful reminder of the importance of communication, trust, and the courage to confront each other directly. Rather than letting speculation and soulless data decide the fate of our love, everyone has a past. But a future can only be built on trust in the present. Here at Chinese Emotion, we believe that every story, no matter how complex, holds a profound lesson about the human condition. We don't just tell stories, we explore the hidden corners of emotion, the internal crises, and the relational conflicts that any of us could face. If these profound and deeply human stories resonate with you, please support us by hitting that subscribe button and turning on notifications. Your support is the greatest motivation for us to continue bringing you more authentic and meaningful content. Don't miss out on any of these emotional journeys because you never know in someone else's story. You might just find a piece of yourself. Thank you for being with us. We'll see you in the next story.